Friendship. What could be more important? Like Israel and the United States. And what makes a real friendship? Shared history, shared values, like democracy, with special status and privilege for one ethnic religious category. Okay, that's not what you're supposed to believe in the US, but anyway, two thriving democracies for some people, if not for others, with booming economies and greater inequality of wealth every day, which means if you're rich, you're leaving everyone else in the dust. Freedom of religion, as long as you don't challenge the dominant religion. Freedom of the press, freedom of assembly, freedom of speech, unless, of course, you criticize Israel in the US, or if you mention that word Nakba in Israel, or if you assemble in Israel to protest our self-defensive bombing of Gaza, in which case the police will stand by and watch while others beat you up, or unless you're one of those people who live in the West Bank but are not of the correct ethnic religious category and therefore have no political or civil rights or freedoms whatsoever. Two nations with proud histories of manifest destiny. Pioneer settlers from Europe who found the land they needed and took it from the people who were already living there. Of course, it's hard to keep pace with Israel, which is still driving people out of homes in the West Bank to make room for Israeli citizens of the correct ethnic religious category in segregated settlements with special laws and privileges, but the U.S. is doing its best by maintaining huge disparities of wealth and privilege through ongoing segregation and redlining of certain ethnic categories into reservations or urban concentration zones with fewer opportunities, less government help or services, and therefore rising poverty. Two nations where ethnic privilege is encoded for your protection in the language of safety and security, where if you're of the correct ethnic, religious, or economic category, your dominance is protected by police and army who are allowed to kill without punishment, where extrajudicial murders are business as usual, where your government spends most of your money on wars, walls, and weapons, unless you're wealthy enough to avoid paying taxes. Two democracies threatening the world with nuclear weapons and demanding that no one else should have them. Two democracies that respect the rule of law, unless that law says stop killing civilians, and who won't bow down to the United Nations or the International Criminal Court, because those are just places where weaker countries will waste our time accusing us of war crimes because they're jealous of our success. Shared values, shared destiny, lasting friendship. Two nations under God with liberty and justice for some.